To more. Masong. Hudson seems a lot more composed here. Double dribble from Masong though. So kind of jinxed it, I guess, after that. But yeah, no, they definitely seem a lot more composed in this basketball game. Bayonne kind of looks hopeless on offense. They need that to change. A foul on Hudson. That will be on McKnight. Are we on? We're up, okay. Jamison going left. Shifts to his right. Tough finish, gets past a foul. He will shoot 2 on the line. Potentially tie this game.
And the bigs for Bayonne have to actually get those screens. If you notice, the last 3-4 possessions, their bigs have went into the high screen and they just kind of let the guy slide right over. You can't expect to create separation for your guard if you do something like that because they'll just be able to pick up easily. So you need to make sure they actually set those screens when they come up.
Yeah, I actually see that fairly often in high school basketball. Something that get coaches livid, though. And for good reason, because, I mean, they just got to, once you set one hard screen, I mean, the others may get more painful, but the adrenaline rises up. You don't feel it as much. I think that's going to be something coach is going to vocalize a lot. Oh, more nice.
A blind eye would say that Bayonne is getting, would not say this game is close at all, but we see a tie game. So I think if Bayonne gets rolling, we could really see an upset here because
Masong, and he misses in and out. What a move, though, by Alex Masong.
Great move.
Didn't go in. He's struggling again against Bayonne.
Yeah, they're not dropping
in this first half.
As the whole crowd wanted Rapparelli to shoot that one.
Sagna has it. Over to Jamison. Jamison going to his right. Nothing. To right. Over to Naheem right. Back to Jamison. To the corner. Rapparelli short again. McKnight.
Looked like another walk there.
Masong. Looking for anything here. I feel like these possessions kind of all look the same. I mean, both defenses are playing extremely well. McKnight pulls it for 3, gets blocked. And Bayonne just didn't go for the ball, but it's going the other way because there was a foul on Hudson Catholic.
I think this is surprising, but this just means both teams are very well coached. Both stars haven't shown much. I mean, I think combined they have 2 points, which is crazy to say because we are 3 minutes till halftime, and the score is only 9-9.
Yeah, I mean, tight game here. That foul was on Javon Ramperson. Held the arm. Sagna trying to create any separation. I feel like I've said that a lot. It's kind of been the story of this game here. Jamison floater, count it.
That's a great inside pass right there.
Tremendous pass. As Bayonne has the lead. Oh, no blocking foul on Bayonne. Sorry, we got ahead of it there.
It's good to see Masong not getting discouraged. Shooter's got to shoot. He has to get going, and he knows he has to get going to get Hudson back control of this game because they're only down 2, but in a low-scoring game like this, if Bayonne gets going, this could get out of hand very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like once Masong makes one layup, we see it with the great scores as Bayonne is going down in transition and turns it over. The other shots should start falling. Fast break here for Hudson is stopped by Bayonne. Going to his right to McKnight. No travel there, almost. Masung trying to pace out the offense here. Timeout, Hudson Catholic. (11-9) score with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in this first half.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's been a treat. Very, very low scoring. This game, if the score stays like this, would be on pace to finish 22-18, which is extremely low scoring.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, it's been all defense so far. And, both teams will be a bit frustrated with what's gone on so far. Despite being in the game and fighting really hard, neither has really created any spacing on offense really at all. We've just kind of seen a lot of passes around the perimeter. No one really getting open, not many open looks. So we'll see if what adjustments are made at halftime that could change that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of yelling at halftime in both locker rooms. I think we can
All coaches
expect
not
that
happy
for sure.
offensively, but defensively, there's a lot to be happy about.
Moore passes it over to McKnight. Back to Moore. Top. Moore passes it to McKnight on the other side. Pulls up, hop step, tough finish, and it's just not going in for Hudson right now. They've actually gotten fairly good looks at the rim. They are just not falling.
I know.
Rapparelli for three. Oh, no. Off. Masung, what a rebound.
And they're trying to get him more involved from three-point range. You heard the coaches before screaming at him to take that shot. So clearly he's one of their better shooters. I wouldn't be surprised if at halftime they try and get him more involved because that was his first attempt of the game, actually, from three.
I've seen after the first one, he hasn't got one to fall, so look for him to get more involved.
The song on the wing. I mean, yeah, both teams are actually playing tremendously on defense. For three, Moore. Off the mark. Said that a lot today. 15 goes up and one. Chaz Dubois. First shot attempt of the game for him. He will not have a chance at a three-point play. Someone who we said in the pregame is going to be an X factor for this team.
Those are big points for Hudson. They just need to see the ball go through the net at this point.
Yeah, I mean, those layups are going to eventually fall. Bayonne's going to have to pick it up if they don't want to go down, as the free throw is in. 1 minute 15 left at the half. Sagna puts up a tough finish and count it.
That's exactly what Bayonne needs to do. As you can see, the star just needs to see one fall. Hopefully,
Moore off the mark. Dubois picks it up. Over to Masung, over to the corner. Amari Moore in there. Three-pointer for Amari Moore. Hudson Catholic is up 15-13.
As we see, the offensive explosion in the last minute.
Yeah. Sagna going to his left now. Hudson's forcing him left after he just made a really nice play going to his right. Oh, deep three. Short. Board. Out of bounds. Ramin Wright was out of bounds on that rebound.
And the Bayonne coach is not happy with that shot. Even though that is your star player, you don't want to settle for shots that low percentage.
Yeah, and Rapparelli would have had a good look there too if he would have stayed, if Wright would have stayed in bounds. Amari Moore trying to drown out the clock. Hudson Catholic wants this to be the last shot of the half. 6 seconds left. They're running out of time. Moore puts up a fadeaway. The baseline in there. Hudson Catholic goes on a nice run, and they will end the first half up 17-3. What a half.
Amari Moore showing that he could be that guy before half. Clutch points. Alex Masson hasn't been able to see anything go offensively. Playing amazing defensively, but Amari Moore basically putting the team on his back in that late second quarter.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, low scoring first half, but a lot of intensity from both teams. I think for Bayonne, they're going to look to get some of their shooters more open will be the key. And I think that for Hudson, they're going to want to push the pace a bit on those fast breaks because they do have the size and they do have the athleticism. So, getting that quick offensive rebound and outlet pass, I think they'll definitely look to do a lot more of than they did in the first half.
Yeah, 100%. And Hudson Catholic, I mean, taking a lot of shots at the rim. We actually saw their coach emphasizing. He was actually mad when McKnight put up that three. They want to go to the rim. They want to challenge them. They want to challenge Bayonne's size. So look to see more of that. And I'd actually look to see some jump shooting here in the third quarter if they want to pull away, take some more threes here for Hudson Catholic because we know they are more than capable of that, as we saw a heck of a jump shot there from Omari Moore at the end of the half.
Yeah, I just think Bayonne has to get something going offensively. Those 13 points have all been on tough shots. I know Rapparelli had one open three. That's about the only look that has been open all game that has fallen. So I think they have to find more open shots. Hudson has got a lot more open shots and on their hand have missed. So I think they just have to find more high percentage shots, which we said was a big factor in pregame. So I think coach just has to draw a couple things up, take more high percentage shots, and they'll be fine in the second half.
And that concludes our coverage of the first half. Bayonne Bees find themselves down 4. We'll continue coverage in a couple minutes.
Oh, there's one right there.
We work on the mics now. It's not the mics. I mean, not the mics, the headphones. Clear all this stuff out. Oh, look, this one's not connected. Oh, no, it is. All right. Yeah, Mark, clear everything out. Yo, that was like rougher than usual, but we'll be better. We'll be better when we're.
I literally couldn't hear what you were talking because you're on the other side.
I know. I didn't want to interrupt.
You were doing great. You were doing great. We just once we hear each other, then we'll have more chemistry. That way.
Exactly.
And either way, this is the game that these people are watching. So for something to happen like that, let it be this game. Yeah. These or you're just doing
Just today. Yes.
So we got number 2. He's got all. Oh wait, no wait. 2 is McKnight. Yeah, McKnight. That was Omari Moore's only bucket. Number 5. That was his only bucket at the end. 5. No, I was setting up the mic so I didn't get that one. But he had 2, and then he had that handball. Yeah, that was for Hudson. Oh, I think I hit that, but it's all the same. So yeah, 2. Put him on pockets. Yeah. So how many did he have? 2? He only had 2 points. No, that's Bayonne. Yeah. He was going. What are people telling you? What happened?
We went down for a second. We have a new lake.
Okay. Oh, it's a new lake now?
Yeah.
Jay, what are you doing?
Well, don't have to scoot over here, guys.
We'll do like a post-game show for like 5 minutes after.
No.
I was gonna try to talk about it.
Yo, Manny. Nah, it's okay. We don't need that. Oh, wait, actually, I got you right now. Manny.
Manny, you got the new link. Yeah, free. Email them all.
I'm not gonna lie, we have 5 minutes. No, bro, we're not freaking going. We gotta do a fast. Yo, what's this dude's name? He's not here. Yo, sorry, dude. Sorry, what's your name? Jacob. We'll start at the 2-minute mark. We'll start using Hudson County. Hudson County semis. That's it. Tune in. Play by play. Tune in. Yo, Jake, we out. Hayden, bring me the thing.
Three halftime total for the Hawks of Hudson County. Maurice McKnight with 5 points. Ryan Kelly Diaz with 2. Maureen Moore with 5. Alex Hudson with 2. And Chaz with 1 with 3. Somebody on please take this comment down the right. Also with 4. Raheem with 2.
He just
17, 13. Across the league.
Ask him how many shots I had. Points? Yes.
The only thing I have is really good. I would have said really good. I mean, for school pizza, 4.
Hello, hello.
Let me know if you can hear me. I don't think we can hear me.
Hello, hello, hello.
Except December 25th, December 26th.
Alright, we're good.
Dude, let's just take off the headset.
If we can't hear each other.
That's probably good.
Yeah, if we can't. Yeah, what are we doing? Why didn't we come up with that earlier? All right, are we alive? Are we good? Anyways, we are back here.
We're not on?
Are we on? What the?
Oh, I think the camera's just went.
Oh, it's just that camera. I don't know because that screen is black too. Yeah, we're starting. No, we're not. The thing is black apparently. All right. Anyways, while they fixed that, the visual part, are we back? All right, we're good. So, 17-3 is your score here at half. Sagna, 4 points. I mean, Bayonne's kind of spread the scoring around a little bit. McKnight was Hudson's leading scorer with 5. Bayonne will start the half with the basketball offensively. Dribbling it up the court as Bayonne looks to start with a nice little run here to keep this game close or take the lead here at half. That will be Bayonne's ball as it went off Masong's foot. Masong only had 3 points at the half. Someone who we expect to kind of get it going. I mean, some of his shots have been great. They just in and out on a really tough
falling
layup.
at all for Masong.
Down low to right. Over to.
That's a good look.
Oh, good rebound there. Puts it up, not it good. Cunningham there shows him as Bayonne has the ball back. What a play from Ramin Wright as he'll pull up a 3. Way short. Cunningham fighting for the ball. Jump ball going the other way. Hudson Catholic's ball.
Bayonne's playing really gritty right now. Diving for balls.
Yeah, I mean, that's
everything.
that's the aggressiveness we expected from Cunningham coming out of the gate. Finally showing it now.
They just can't get anything to fall. As we saw, an air ball on a wide open 3.
Yeah, and the result of that possession wasn't great, but that's much better from Bayonne to get guys in space, get that guy open at the top of the free throw line. They'll be looking to do a lot more of that.
Song over to Moore. Moore driving baseline. Good attempt, but off the mark.
I think Bayonne just has to keep on getting those open looks and just get them to fall eventually. I think they just need to see one go in, and they'll be fine.
Yes, for sure. Jamison trying to find anything. Gives it over to Cunningham. Cunningham has some space over to Johnson. Sagna as they will reset here. Over to the top. He looks left. Back right. Passes it in no man's land.
Terrible pass by Sagna.
Yeah, expecting to cut there after the screen. But he indeed did not cut. Oh, as Masung tries to explode on the crossover, but falls.
Can't believe they didn't call a travel on that one.
Hudson Catholic is up 19-13 after the layup from Brian Petaway Diaz. Check your headphones. Is this mine or yours?
Bayonne's bench is furious with that non-travel call there as Masong fell to the deck.
Hello. I don't know. Are these mics working? Can you hear me? All right, no, headphones. Still trying to fix this, but Johnson gets it as Moore turns it over. Spin, foul.
I think so.
Oh, the Gatorade? Must have hit Johnson's eye or something as he's squinting. Trying to come back in. They will call it on the shot as Johnson will go to the free throw line here.
Johnson shaking up, and now they get the shooter Rapparelli to get to the line.
Rapparelli, actually one of their best free throw shooters, if not their best. As he makes the first one. Rapparelli trying to get this to a 4-point game here for the Bees. Second one is off. McKnight over to Moore, over to Masong. Hudson's trying to move the ball here. Credit to Bayonne for not making it easy here. Over to Moore. Over to Diaz. Diaz back to McKnight. See, finds Masong down low. Tough finish to his left.
That's exactly what Hudson needs to do. Move the ball, get open shots, and Masong executing perfectly. We haven't seen that all game, basically.
Showing off his versatility there as he gets in the bucket. Pull up off from Jamison. McKnight, Hudson trying to push the ball over to Diaz, and he almost slams it down. Gets blocked by the rim. Jump ball. Going the other way for Bayonne.
It'll be interesting to see how aggressive Hudson is for the rest of this quarter. They finally got out to a little bit of a lead. So we'll see if they're going to be keen to just pass the ball around a bit, waste a little time, or if they're going to keep attacking the rim like they have been lately.
Yeah, Hudson came out a little more aggressive. Number 30, actually one of Bayonne's best defenders. He's known as annoying on defense. Look to see that. Sagna gets fouled.
Close.
That will be Rampersant on the foul.
Hudson does not like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. It looked to me like it was a lot of ball, but maybe he went a little bit too much over the back. And that's going to put Sagna, take him to the free throw line. These free throws are crucial here. Sagna makes the first one. Trying to pull them within 5. Second one is off. Cunningham with the rebound, puts it in.
That's a big play right there from Bayonne. If they can keep attacking the offensive glass, that's going to be a huge way for them to stay in this game because Hudson's going to continue to play good defense.
Love the way Mike Cunningham has looked here in the second half. Very aggressive. Bayonne in transition to Rapparelli. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham jump shot off the mark. Does it work? Doesn't work. And Masong with the layup in transition.
Masson finally getting going. This is exactly what Hudson needs as they push it to a 6-point lead.
Yeah, one thing to watch, as mentioned earlier. I mean, the great scorers, if they come out struggling, once they get those first couple buckets in the paint, the easy ones, the layups, can kind of set them up for the big stuff. I mean, on the 3-point line, or maybe see some pull-up jumpers. If Hudson wants to pull away a little more here, and if Bayonne catches up to what they're doing on the glass.
As Hudson's coach is furious that Bayonne is crashing the boards, especially on that big free throw attempt. And I think he's going to emphasize that. So expect them to come out of the break crashing the boards.
Yeah, so with 3:54 to go in the third, once we get underway here, another thing to look for is, like I mentioned before, Bayonne's gotten a bit more spacing on offense. But let's see if they're going to look for some deeper looks now from that elbow and from 3 because the inside with Hudson's size is just really too much for them.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing that. I'd like to see these teams. I mean, if what you say happens and Bayonne starts making their jump shots, shooting some threes, Hudson will probably try to go toe-to-toe with them, which will be very fun because both of these teams have great shooters on their rosters. Sagna looking around. Bayonne a little too static for my liking as they set an off-ball screen for Rapparelli, who was actually pretty open, but Sagna got held. It's Masong's second foul already here in the third quarter. If he gets another one, I mean, he might have to come out of this game. You don't want that man in foul trouble. Rapparelli in the corner. Shifts to his right. Trying to make a move here on McKnight. Back to Sagna. Sagna puts up a tough floater. Nothing. 32 gets the rebound. Back to Sagna. Diaz will be checking into the game for Hudson Catholic. He waits to get subbed. Sagna over to Rapparelli in the corner. Nothing. Oh, no foul there, but Bayonne will get the offensive rebound.
Bayonne crashing.
And Rapparelli gets trapped. That will jump ball going the other way. Hudson Catholic still up 6 with 2 minutes and 51 seconds left.
As Hudson subs in their big man because they can't get any boards as Bayonne gets 3 offset offensive boards in 1 possession, which is really unacceptable.
As Bayonne is full court pressing now. Masson goes all the way to his left, coast to coast, tough finish. Nice move there from Alex Masson as Bayonne is now, Hudson Catholic is now up 8.
Yeah, that's a big play right there. And, the game is more low scoring than we thought, but there's a lot of nerves in a big game like this. 2 goes up for the shot, no good. And Hudson the other way.
Bayonne is still full court pressing. Oh, what a move there by Johnson as a race for the basketball will be going the other way as he got drilled.
Really gritty game going on. As you can see, both players diving for the ball.
To me, this game should be much closer than it actually is. You can argue if Bayonne has been hitting their shots, they'd be tied or within 2, maybe up, because they've had some open looks that just haven't gone in. I like the way they're playing, but they don't have enough time to keep messing around. They're going to have those shots start falling much sooner than later. Foul on Sagna. Bayonne played very aggressively, and the call there. But I love the way they're playing aggressively on defense, boxing out. If they just get going offensively, they can really win this game. McKnight going up. Over to Moore. Diaz to Moore. As Masson checked out of this game. That ball will stay on Hudson Catholic. Elijah Williams just checked in for the first time. Great steal. Foul. As we have. Are we good?
22, Mike Cunningham at the line. As the Hudson Catholic coach is furious.
Cunningham from the line. Check.
Hayden, is your hot stuff? Oh, give me the other way. The other way. Oh, no, this one's working. This is the one. This one's the one we're in. No, this one's fine. Take mine.
Number 2, Patrick Signal.
We should be good. 8-point game here. Williams over to McKnight. Foul.
This game really feels a lot closer than what it is, as we have an 8-point lead. Might at the point to get stretched out to 10 here.
Yeah, Hudson will look to cash these, and I think that a lot of it's going to be taking the opportunities that are given. Bayonne's gotten a lot of chances, as you both mentioned, to stay in this game. They are still in the game, but any open look whatsoever, you're going to have to hit if you want to stay around now, because there's not as much time left.
I mean, yeah, for Bayonne right now, it's kind of now or never. McKnight cashes this in. It will be a 10-point game.
I think it just says a lot when you have 17 points through almost 3 quarters. You have nothing going offensively, and we've seen it from the start of this game. And Bayonne just gets something going.
Bayonne in transition. Nice pass there from Sagna over the right. No foul. Wow. But it will be on Bayonne's side.
As we have a technical foul.
Wow, tech was dished out. Sagna will take this free throw. 1 minute left here.
This is big free throws.
Sagna passes it in.
These are 2 points that they desperately need. How they're struggling offensively.
Or Ramperson checks in.
As we see this gen filling up more and more for this St. Peter's matchup against Union City. They have up next at 7:30.
Ramperson and Dubois record at the same time, so Hudson Catholic goes big here. They are tired of getting out rebounded. See if this adjustment will pay them any dividends here on the boards.
Yeah, like you mentioned, way too many offensive rebounds for Bayonne from Hudson Catholic's perspective. So that's the change they're going to look to make. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Sagna down low. Nice pass to the right, but right couldn't handle it. He tried to make a move, puts up a tough shot, off the mark. Not the shot you want to be taking there if you're Bayonne. And Sung has it. 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Hudson wait all the way down to about 10 seconds here.
Yeah, I mean, Hudson hits a buzzer here. That may be the dagger. That'll put it right through Bayonne's heart, and it'll be tough for them to come back. They need this stop. They don't want to go down 11 going into the fourth. As more travel, and Bayonne will have a chance here, down 7, to make this a 2-possession game and go into the fourth quarter feeling fairly good.
As Hudson calls for the full court press.
Reset 2, 1, nothing. The Bees are down 26-19 at the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter should be a fun one. Heck of a low-scoring game. I mean, what is going on? 26-19. Don't think I've ever seen that at any high school game I've been to. Through 3. Wow.
We have 2 really great defensive teams, but the coaches have yet to figure out what's going on defensively, especially for Bayonne. 19 points through 3 quarters. That's what some teams score in 1 quarter. But I think they just have to get their superstars involved, get Rapparelli open for 3. And even if when they're getting their open shots, they're not landing them. So I think anything at this point would be great for Bayonne.
Yeah, I mean, something also to check for is the refs have swallowed the whistles here, which is very common in these playoff atmosphere games. Seen a lot of defense. So if you're someone that likes that tough, nitty-gritty basketball and not many fouls, I mean, this is the one for you.
Yeah, I think a huge factor too, like you mentioned, is just how big the game is. I think there's a lot of jitters for sure. from both teams. You know, a lot of younger guys on both of these teams. So we'll see this fourth because this is crunch time, but it should be a good one.
As Bayonne comes with a pretty small lineup here, as Cunningham will start this fourth quarter on the bench. This may be their smallest lineup of the day.
I would think they're going to try and push the pace here a little bit, see if they can, you know, beat Hudson for pace towards the rim with speed. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, Bayonne needs a bucket here. Oh, what a spin move. A little bit of a push-up. Number 30 for three, in and out. Right with the rebound. Another offensive board for Bayonne, and he puts it in. 5-point game.
As the Hudson coach is still emphasizing those offensive boards that are key and might be the reason that Hudson Catholic loses this one. The offensive boards that Bayonne is having right now are very crucial.
McKnight over to Masong. Crowd's getting a little more into it. No foul. Oh, foul. Late foul call. Blocking foul on number 11 for Bayonne. Masong will take two from the line. First one's good. 27-21 ball game. Second free throw is good. 28-21 ball game, 7-point game for the Blues. Just got a clutch bucket, but they're gonna have to keep getting those. Both teams have scored in their first possession on offense in this fourth quarter. A lot of movement here from Bayonne, which we've wanted to see, as Jacob mentioned. Right going to his left, another jumper off the glass, but not in. Hudson tries to clean it up, but gets fouled.
As Hudson Catholic cannot grab one rebound in this second half, as the Hudson coach keeps on subbing in different centers, and they have no answer as they're trying to sub in another center here because it's just second chance points on second chance points for Bayonne.
Yeah, I mean, with Rampersad and Dubois, and they still haven't been able to have an answer on the boards. As Diaz will check in for Rampersad.
Yeah, refs have been blowing the whistle a lot tonight. You know, I think definitely a lot of it probably has to do with how big of a game it is, of course. But, you know, you maybe would like to see a bit less called, but we'll see down the stretch here if things stay that way.
Both free throws were good for Bayonne. They pulled it within 5. Dubois trying to make a move. Shifts over to his left. McKnight holding the ball a little bit. Hudson isn't the lead here with 6 minutes left. So they are in no hurry here. McKnight dribbling it out. Foul on Omari Moore as he was tugging with Sagna. Ref stopped letting it slide. Playoff basketball, I mean, you see the physicality even off the ball.
Omari Moore hates the call, still pleading that he had his hands up.
Omari, who's been fairly silent in the second half, has not scored. Timeout Bayonne. 6 minutes and 2 seconds left here. As Bayonne only down 5. Heck of a game here at High Tech High School.
Yeah, you know, Bayonne once again, you know, they've really improved in this fourth quarter compared to the third, especially on the offensive glass. That's been the reason that they're still in this game. I think a lot down the stretch here is going to depend on, you know, how well they can match up with Hudson's bigger guys. If they can continue to win those battles and hit a couple shots, we'll definitely have a close finish.
1 minute timeout here for Bayonne. And 28-23 still. Bayonne is in the bonus. Something to watch for.
I mean, it's still low, but try to put up a little bit more. Try to put up a little bit more.
This is really big for Bayonne to come out hot offensively.
Yep. Score here would make it a one possession game. Either a 2 or a 3 would put them in shooting distance.
Yeah, if you take a look too, Hudson just put out just about the biggest possible lineup. 3 guys that are easily big enough to be centers. So we'll see how that matches things up.
Yeah, as they go with Diaz and Dubois here, down low. Masson is at the 3, Amari at the 2, and McKnight at the 1. Now Sagna trying to make a move on McKnight. Foul on Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. Or right, I think it was on right. They own another foul off the ball. Hates the call. Coaches are upset with that one. As Sagna was trying to get away from the defense. Crowd's growing a little bit here. As we have a treat for y'all next at 7:30.
Yeah, the game tonight, this gym is going to be buzzing. Anytime St. Peter's Prep is involved, especially when they're playing a team like UC, it's always a big one.
Trying to make a move again. Only a 5-point game here with about 5.5 left. McKnight shifting to his right over to Moore. Back top of the key to Masson. Every possession counts in this gritty time in the fourth quarter. Bayonne has to get a couple stops. Masson going to his right. Bayonne's playing tremendous defense here. As Diaz, the big man, has the ball on the top of the key. They do not mind holding the ball here. That's all. As they are up, a bucket here will put them in a great position with about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. They've held the ball for almost a minute here.
This is where things will get interesting to see when Bayonne's willing to start fouling to stop the clock.
Yeah, Hudson Catholic is not in the bonus yet. Bayonne is. So something to watch for here is Bayonne gets a stop here and goes in transition. Hudson Catholic does not want to be stopped and give up a foul. Masson puts up a layup and one! That's big late in this fourth quarter.
So really good
finish. What a finish by Alex Masson as a possession that was about 1 minute and 20 seconds long results in a potential 3-point play for the Hudson Catholic Hawks as Cunningham will check in here for the Bees. Hudson has a chance here going up 8. Masson counted. Bayonne needs a quick bucket here. Don't have to rush a lot, but if they get stopped here, let's see them win this game if they take time out. That was big. Alex Masson with a huge and one to break the lead to 8. Kind of took me out of my seat almost. What a play. High screen, shifts to his right on the hezzy, floater, and one. Biggest play of the night so far here in this game. Without a doubt, the Bayonne coach has to cook something up offensively as he's livid on the sideline after that Masson at 1. But it's really now or never in these last 4 minutes, down 8. You're losing the clock on you at this point.
Yeah, I think clock management is really the biggest thing here. I think if Bayonne scores on this next possession, they'll probably start to think about fouling. I know it's really early, but you can't allow those type of minute-long possessions, especially with only 4 minutes to play with.
Yeah, I mean, I like the timeout there from Bayonne. Hudson kind of had all the momentum and pressure was all over the bees. Gets to draw something up here, got a quick bucket, which is very much necessary. Johnson will inbound it. Bayonne has right at the 4 here. Raparelli's in. Look for him to take a 3 for this game. Sagna gets fouled.
Aggressive take by Sagna there.
I like it. It's a solid move. Draws the foul here. Needs to make these free throws, though. It's got to earn them at the line.
These free throws are huge to bring the game within 6.
Deep breath here from Sagna. Taking his time. He needs these. First one is nothing but net.
Raparelli getting subbed out. Questionable as their shooter. Not in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Jameson is a heck of a player, but they haven't done much with him on the floor. Maybe that changes. He hasn't been out in a while. Some fresh legs.
Better defensively. I think that was the call there.
Maybe, yeah.
As Hudson's going to try to drain out the clock here, take a long, at least a minute possession, I would expect.
Yeah, it's a Bayonne. That's their starting timeout right now. McKnight going is right. Beautiful finish on the finger.
That's the hot Pettiford going crazy on that bench, jumping out of his seat like he wants to be in this game.
Bayonne down 8. Down low to Cunningham. To Jameson. Gets stripped. Trying to go up. Masson trying to go all the way. Gets whacked.
Slow to get up. Took a hard one to the face.
Number 13, Andrew Johnson.
Yeah, look for Hudson here to waste more time. I think they're up by 8. So if they get this inbound pass in, I think this is when Bayonne's going to have to start thinking about fouling before it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, kind of started scoring a little bit, but as Masson falls, Bayonne hasn't been able to go stop. Coaches on the Hudson side telling Masson to slow down a little bit as Diaz shifts over to his right on the crossover. Moore, nice move. Tries to go up and gets rejected, but there's a foul. I don't know about that. I mean, we talked about the refs swallowing the whistle in the first half. Been the complete opposite here at the end of this game.
Questionable call here. Now that Bayonne's went back on offense, you see Raparelli getting subbed right back in. I think they're putting a lot of more shooters on the floor. See to get him involved. I mean, 2:50 left in the game. Down 8 at this point. 9 now. They need some spark offensively.
Yeah, as Johnson comes out to go a little bit less emphasis on defense, and they just got to spray it. Honestly, if you would have told the 3 of us in the beginning of this game that Hudson Catholic would have only had 34 points with 2 minutes left, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter, we would have said Bayonne is up by 7. But that is just not the case. They haven't been able to cook much offensively as Hudson Catholic takes a timeout here after putting themselves up 10 points. About 3 minutes left.
25 points in a game is just really bad. And I think if you put 25 points up in any game, no matter how good you play defensively, you can't win.
I really like this timeout, though, by Hudson Catholic. Let them make the emphasis on probably going to press now, put all of the pressure on Bayonne, force a turnover, get the bucket, put this game away right away. So I like this timeout. Players will stay engaged on defense, and I think they're just going to run away with it from here on out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like you guys mentioned, Bayonne has played really as well of the game as Hudson. They just haven't quite hit as many big shots. And down the stretch, I believe they've only had 12 points. Yeah, 12 points in this second half. So really struggling shooting the ball, not necessarily otherwise, but shooting, obviously the biggest concern.
Yeah, at halftime, we emphasized offense, and we thought, no way Bayonne has as poor as an outing as they had in the first half offensively, and they came out Many can argue flatter as they only scored 12 with 2 minutes to go, which is not a recipe to win at all.
Yeah, we thought it was hard for, for there to be less scoring from their own side. But that has been the case so far. But they started pretty well in the third quarter. Have had nothing to show for it lately. 30, tough finish, nothing. Hudson gets the stop that we're looking for. McKnight, nice move. Oh, Hudson skates him. Pacing him forward a little bit more as Dubois spin move. Wow, what a finish! As he spins, goes up and under to his right. What a finish from Dubois, who we haven't seen a lot from, but we can see the kid is special.
Unreal.
That one seems to pretty much close it away with 2 minutes to go. They need a really quick free to have anything in this game, but stretching it within 12 with under 2 minutes seems very unlikely for Bayonne because the time just got to them.
Foul on Amari Moore. As Sagner will get these free throws.
As we can see how well he coached, Hudson Catholic is up 12, knowing the game's in their hands, and he's still not happy with this performance as he knows this will not get it done in the championship against neither of the great teams up playing next.
Yeah, for those that don't know, in high school basketball, when you're in the bonus and the foul is a shooting foul, it is a 1-and-1. So if Sagner would have missed that free throw, ball would have been live. Fortunately for Bayonne, he made it, and he will shoot his second free throw here. Diaz over the play. And as this game winds down, the Hawks seem to have it in hand. They will play the winner of St. Peter's Prep and Union City. A game that will be on at 7:30, and we mentioned earlier, if you love defense, this was the game for you. But if you love offense and you like shooting and you like just madness on the basketball court, ball flying everywhere, the next game is the game for you. As we will see, maybe the top 3 players in the county arguably in that game. I mean, Darian Pena, who had 27 points, if I'm not mistaken, against Snyder in his last game.
Huge fadeaway through from the corner over 3 people that nobody expected to go in. Nailed it late.
Yeah, very tough shot maker, Ponder. Nico Pena, arguably the best shooter in the county, who is coming off injury, something on his shoulder, but I have been told from one of the St. Peter's coaches that he will be fine. He will be staying in this game. Also, Jackson Tyndall, who's arguably the best player in the county, will probably be the player of the year. The anchor for St. Peter's Prep, their center.
I know Nico Pena played in that game, had to come out after hitting 2 threes because he had pain in that shoulder. So hopefully for St. Peter's Prep that doesn't happen again. I think he will be a big factor, that injury, because I know everyone thinks St. Peter's is undoubtedly going to win. But I think if Pena injury gets to him and he can't go the whole way, Union City has a real shot.
Yeah, and we'll give you more coverage and more opinions, more analysis on that game later on. As Hudson will look to close this one out, see if they got to 40 points. Amari Moore makes both free throws.
As Bayonne looks to get to 30 points.
Yeah, I mean, if they get held under 30 again, this will not be ugly for them. Right off the mark in the quarter. Bayonne full court pressing. As they foul, just had to make this game take longer.
This one is about over.
Yeah, I mean, either way, next game is going to be great. This final, if UC ends up winning, Hudson Catholic only beat UC by 1 earlier in the season. And we all know St. Peter's and Hudson is a tremendous rivalry. They also played a 1-point game during the season, in the regular season. So it's going to be a fun one. With these next 2 games coming up on the men's side, it's going to be extremely fun. And this one has been as well.
I think, that's a huge point. All 3 teams have played close games. I know in that Hudson game, it came down to a late inbound that a player thought they had the timeout and they didn't, which called the 5-second violation, which cost them the game. So I think it will have a very good game on our hands.
Yeah, and as you mentioned for the late game, as Bayonne looks to just get some late time points here. It's a rivalry that's gone on for quite some time. They've always kind of been known as the two best teams in Hudson County, and it's just the latest addition tonight. But there's been many good matchups over the years.
Cunningham and one, as maybe Bayonne will put up 30 points in this game if he hits this free throw.
If you would have told anybody that the final score would have been anywhere around this, they would have called you crazy. This has just been an outrageous game defensively, both teams. As
Elijah Williams checks in. Young player, underclassman. He's seen the floor a couple times already. Now gets it at the end. We'll actually get a chance to score here as he gets fouled. Don't know if Bayonne knows it's hard to score 11 points in 38 seconds, but they keep fouling. Hey, I'm all for more basketball, and Williams gets a chance here to put his name on the board.
As they're putting up the caution tape for the prep student section, because everybody knows how they get.
Wow, the cheerleaders are putting on a show here for the Hudson Catholic Hogs. Shoving it at
What just
the Bayonne side.
For real.
For those of you that didn't see, I don't know if the camera showed that. The Hudson Catholic cheerleaders just showed it to the Bayonne cheerleaders. Oh my goodness. That must be something that
fouling at this point.
That was funny. Almost a sold out crowd here. I mean, we all know prep fans are crazy. Not their entire student section didn't show up. If they do advance after this next game, which many people think they will, we will expect to see an insane amount of prep fans.
As we see both JV teams coming to the game.
Yeah, everyone brings in the bench. Kind of cool for these guys to see the floor, though. Someone will get a bucket here. I'm with the stat pad here.
As we see the 3-star recruit checking into the game. 3-star football recruit.
Yeah, Hudson. Yeah, number 32. Heck of a football player.
As you can see, a monstrosity on the court. As you can see, this is his second sport, playing it for fun. As he has a ride to Vanderbilt.
Going to the SEC football player checking in. Number 22 in transition.
As everybody wanted a dunk there.
And that'll be all she wrote. Hudson Catholic will be advancing to the Hudson County Championship with a chance to take their second straight trophy home, as they did last year against Prep. What a game. What a defensive show out as both teams shake hands. Next game should start in about maybe 30 to 40 minutes. Teams will warm up soon. They got to clear out the benches. But yeah, as that'll be a wrap for today's game. We have another one ahead of ourselves. As huge thanks to our crew here. Tremendous game. Although we had some difficulties in the beginning. I think it was great. Just final thoughts on today's game and what we expect.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, both teams came out a bit nervous, but ended up being a really good game, very competitive. A lot of scraps for loose balls, a lot of offensive rebounds, but neither team shot the lights out whatsoever. But it was a really good one, and we'll see Hudson in the final this weekend.
Yeah, we will see Hudson in the final, and I think they have to improve a lot offensively if they want to beat St. Peter's Prep or Union City in the next one. So I think there's a lot of work for Hudson to do offensively, but great win, great to pull it off and just get to practice and get to work.
I agree. I mean, we had a defensive battle. Bayonne really giving themselves a chance in the first half, holding Hudson Catholic to 17 points. But when you only score 13 points in the first half, you're not going to have much of a chance. They did with their stellar defense, but it's just not something that you can keep up. And when your scoring doesn't follow, you're not going to win that game.
I think you guys pretty much summed it up perfectly. As we're going to see a very high scoring, we expect to see a high scoring game next. But until then, we'll see you guys later. And next semifinal game coming up, St. Peter's versus Union City.